YouTubers, this is TG Graphics here with another deck profile. I'm going to do one on my wonderful Gishkis. I've been really liking the whole idea of ritual decks, and the only thing I didn't like was having to run certain cards that just didn't make sense. So the only deck I could think of that didn't have to worry about it was Gishkis, and of course the new version, which is Neckcloths. But I don't really like the Neckcloths that much. I mean, they're a good deck, don't get me wrong, they're great for the meta, but I've always liked the water version, and I've always loved Gishkis, so I thought I'd run it in. It's a 40 card main deck with only 2 cards in the extra deck, because and honestly in this deck you don't need it. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with the ritual monsters, and then I'm going to go into the main monsters and so on and so forth. So first thing you want to run is 3 Zilgigas. He is your boss monster of the deck. He is very easy to pull off in this deck, and what you do is you pay 1,000 life points to draw a card, and if it's a Gishki monster, reveal it, and then you can send 1 card back into the on the field, back into the owner's deck, and shuffle it. So it's a great, if you can pull off 2 of these, you can basically open up your opponent's field depending on what he's got on the field, and you can attack until he's got 1,600 left, and then exceed into Gustav max and activate its effect to kill him for the last 2 grand. So it's pretty good to pull off, and it's pretty easy, so just make sure you can. That's why there's a lot of cards in here to stop your opponent until you can get your combos off, which is not hard in this deck at all. So then I run 1 Mind August. I mean, he's a great card, I love running him, but you only can run 1 for right now until you can get more. So the reason why I like running him so much is because he's kind of my I don't even know how to explain it. He's your way of refilling up your deck, because whenever he's summoned, whenever he's ritual summoned, you can target 5 cards in either player's graveyards and shuffle them back into the deck. So you can either add 5 of your monsters to pull off more combos, or you can shuffle cards from your opponent's graveyard into the deck to be able to stop his plays at the same time. So he's a lot of fun to play. Another one I run is Gus Kraken. This is another good card because whenever he's ritual summoned, you can look at 2 cards in your opponent's hand and then shuffle 1 of them into their deck. So it's a good way to stop your opponent's combos too. So he's very, very helpful. I run 1 Livanema. It's a good card. The main reason why I use it is because of the 8s. But whenever this card declares an attack, you can draw a card, and if it's a Gishki monster, reveal it, and look at 1 random card in your opponent's hand. So it's kind of helpful, so you can see what your opponent's got. He might have something to stop you, so you might be able to run into it. So, and then the last of them I run is 1 Soul Ogre. I run this mainly because I'm able to stop my opponent's cards, be able to pop them back into the back row as well. So just like Zilgigas. But on this one here, instead of paying the 1,000 life points, you got to discard a Gishki monster. So it's very, very helpful. That's it for the rituals. For the main cards, I run basically the main staples, which is 3 Vision. You can just when he's in your hand, you can discard him to the graveyard to grab a Gishki ritual monster. So here's your way of getting those out, getting them to your hand pretty quickly. Another one I run is 3 Shadows. The reason why I run Shadows is to be able to grab the ritual spell card from your deck to your hand as well. So here's your way of getting your combos out. Plus, both of these can be used as a full material for ritual monsters, so it's very, very helpful if you need them. I run 3 Gishki Abyss. I run 3 of these because these here are able to, whenever he's summoned in any way, he can be normal summon, special summon, whatever, you can add a Gishki monster with 1,000 or less defense from your deck to your hand. So, except him. So honestly, most of the time I'll grab either Shadow or Vision. But sometimes you can grab Zilgigas as well. But I don't see the point of grabbing him, because you still want to be able to get those cards in your hand so you can use them later. So it's very, very helpful. I run 3 Beautiful Princesses. The reason why I run this is to be able to you can banish her as soon as she's summoned. As soon as she's summoned, you can banish her to grab special summon an Abyss from your deck. So it's very, very helpful. Another one I run is 2 Gishki Beasts. This is so I can special summon Abyss as well to be able to get your combos off faster, so it's very, very helpful. When he's summoned, you can special summon a fish type monster from your deck with 1500 less attack, so the only one that's in here is Abyss, so that's your way of doing it. And then the last monster I run is one Advance. I do not run Vanity in this deck. I don't like it. A lot of people do. I don't really see the condition of it. To me, it would make the deck slower. So, but the reason why I like running this is because if I already have Sigigis on the field, I can normal summon him, activate his effect to add a Gishki monster from my deck to the top of the deck, and then activate his effect to be able to make sure that I have a Gishki monster to be able to get those cards out of the way. So it's a lot more fun to play. That's it for the monsters. For the trap, for the spells, I run 3 salvage. The reason why I run 3 is because this card here, you can grab your shadow and your vision again just to keep your combos going. So it's a lot more fun and a lot more consistent. The next one I run is 3 Aquamirror. This is your ritual spell card for any of the Gishki monsters, and you can once this is in your graveyard, you can return a Gishki ritual monster from your graveyard back to your hand to be able to send this back to the deck and shuffle it. So it's very easy to be able to recycle this card quickly. So next one I run is 2 Surface. A lot of people don't run this card. I don't really see why. I mean, it's a great card, and it's only comes out in 1 rarity, which is super. So it makes the deck even more consistent because it's very pretty. What this card does is you target 1 level 3 or lower fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monster from your graveyard to summon it. So you can special summon Abyss from your graveyard to be able to activate his effect, and then be able to go off with more combos. So it makes it so much more consistent. Another one I run is 2 MSTs, especially in this meta, because you got to make sure you got to watch your opponent's back rows in this format. So you got to be careful. I run 1 Dark Hole, 1 Moray Agreed. The reason why I run this is because you're able to for a lot of things. Because if you end up with a dead draw with multiples of these in your hand, and you're not able to do anything with them, you can shuffle 2 of them into your deck and draw 3 cards. So it's very helpful in this meta, especially with this format and the way it's going. Another one I run is 1 Book of Moon. It's Book of Moon. And 1 Trade-In. The reason why I run Trade-In is because 2 of them are actually level 8s, which is Soul Ogre and Livanema. You're able to tribute those, and then you got your effect off for Aquamirror. So you can do that and draw 2 cards in the process. So it's a lot more fun and a lot more consistent. That's it for the spells. For the traps, I only run a couple, which is 1 Call the Haunted, 1 Mirror Force, and then for the only one-ofs that you have to have one is 1 Torrential and 1 Soul Morning. So, I mean, it's very, very consistent. It's a great deck to run. It just depends on what you're looking for. You know, if you like swarm decks, be able to swarm the field and go with a lot of combos, this is the deck to do it for the OTK build. Then for the extra deck, I only run 2 Gustav Maxes. All you need is 2 of your Zogigises on the field. You can exceed into him. It's a 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense beater, and you're able to detach and inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent. So it's a lot of fun to play. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys got any ideas, subscribe, leave some comments, whatever you guys got. So have fun with it. Thank you.